Welcome back, everyone. We have a new face joining us today from Consigli, one of the other project engineers, Heather Laurie. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So we're very excited. She's got us here in the auxiliary gym.
Yeah, some new developments we have since the last time you guys were in the space. We've got some of the finished millwork, some of the historic pieces, just based off of the original auxiliary gym. So you can see that kind of all around the gym. A little bit more finish work in those areas. Some of the curved pieces will be coming in this month. And then we've also started the stage area with the historic trim and columns, which will eventually get finished with some capital work that were cast from the original moldings. And we'll receive a restored mural that will also go on this wall.
Behind us, I see Benjamin Franklin's got a little decoration on him since last time, too.
Yeah, so this is some gold paint that was added on to the project. So it really makes Benjamin Franklin pop. We'll kind of go on with the rest of the capitals and medallions to get painted the same way as well. So molds were taken of the original medallions and capitals from the original Aux gym, and then they were recast so that they can be painted and reinstalled in the new gym.
And then around us, there wasn't any glass in here, I believe, last time that we stopped by. So now lots of things are happening on the other walls as well.
Yeah, so the glass in this gym is double layer. There's glass on both the Aux gym side and the corridor side. So separates the acoustic spaces to minimize some of the sound in the Aux gym from any of the surrounding areas. And then we've also got the roller shades, which have been installed in the Aux gym here as well.
Hello, Ben. We've come up to the 4th floor. We have our friend from a previous show, Ben.
How's it going, everyone?
So we have lots of color. Can you tell us what we're looking at up here?
So we're up here on level 4. So as you can see on the floor here, we have a couple different colors, but the main scheme here is green. So we're continuing with the green floor tile here, 2 different shades, but kind of this middle media center here has this special pattern with all the different stripes. This is kind of going to be a shared space where all the students will come together, kind of like a library almost in modern terms, we'll say. So we have our nice colored flooring here. It matches the wall tile and some of the accent paint. And then also over here on the wall, we have the large marker boards. They're going to be on the other side of the room here. So we'll be using that as a shared space where students can write and draw and collaborate.
That's a different concept, yeah. So, and this space over here with the colored windows we've seen from outside, but what's underneath here?
So this area was actually our former loading bay. So we were moving all of our materials in and out through here, but in the last month or so, since you guys have last been here, we actually closed in some of this glass. So you can see we got the full frame in, we got some of the colored pieces. So actually this area is below us also a media center. So 3 and 4 are both media centers, and upstairs is an art room. So all 3 of these spaces on 3, 4, and 5 are kind of shared use spaces, going to be a nice collaborative space for all the students.
Okay, and then so we can see from the outside, is it a curtain wall, would you call that? That goes all the way down on the outside?
All the way from level 5 all the way down to level 3. So a good portion of the facade when you're looking from the south side there, or I guess the north side of the building, but looking to the south, is this whole curtain wall here right in the middle. So it's kind of the center point of the building, and it kind of ties the 2 wings together right in the middle here.
It's very pretty, really pretty, yeah.
It is very pretty.
Heather, it's amazing from the last a month ago when we were here, now that walls are in and some finished features, it looks very different. So I understand this is a guidance suite?
Yeah, so this is the guidance suite on 4 here. A lot of changes have happened in the past couple months. Most recently, we installed the carpet flooring, or carpet tiles. So you can hear it's a little bit quieter in this space versus the other VCT areas we were seeing in some of the classrooms or the flooring in the hallways. This space in particular has 5 rooms, so 4 guidance suites and 1 psychologist office. So a lot of privacy for any of the students or parents coming into this space. Whiteboards and marker boards in each of the spaces. So it'll be a good space for the guidance officers at the school.
We're now down in the gym, which has a few changes since last time as well.
Yep, so one of the biggest things we're working toward right now is that we're getting the concrete slab ready for our wood athletic flooring. So this is the main gymnasium here. It's going to have a standard hardwood athletic floor, just like any other gymnasium you've seen. So it's going to be a full MIAA regulation court here. We also have the side courts. But the athletic flooring requires a really flat concrete surface, so we've been doing a little bit of grinding to get ready for that. And then there's actually a resilient rubber layer that goes underneath that to give a little more cushion underneath that wood flooring. So right now we're just getting the slab ready, and then we'll start some of that subfloor layer before we start the actual wood flooring itself.
And we turn and we're seeing things on the walls as well. Is that correct?
Yeah, so just in the past week or so, we've been putting up the tectum panels throughout the gymnasium space. Most notably here, you can see the Lawrence flag in blue behind us, and then everything else is going to be painted white in this space, and dead in the sound, and especially with the classrooms above on the third floor. So that's been the new development. And then we also have the climbing wall installed down at the other end of the gym, so for the students to have an activity in gym class.
Yeah, it's a full space. That's great. Yeah, with the flag, that's a nice touch. It's interesting to see different parts of the building change as we come through month to month. This area of the Learning Commons was full of scaffolding last time, but there's all sorts of changes up and around. Can you tell us about those?
Yeah, so last time you were here, we had the scaffolding or dance floor staging up so we could complete some of the high work above the Learning Commons stairs. So you can see the ceiling's been installed and all the MEPs, the light fixtures, the sprinkler heads, and the speakers for any sound system in here has been installed. So once that was complete, we were able to take that staging down and we can start some of the work in this area.
And I see some really pretty colors on the ramps off to the side. What area is that?
Yeah, so the tiled ramps above us here are the ramps kind of down from the new wings of the north side of the building down towards the existing building side and the main office on the south facade. But those colors are mimicked in the graphics down here on the Learning Commons steps. So you'll have some high pressure laminate graphics installed at this location that mimic some of the colors in the tile, as well as some acoustic fabric wrap panels and laminate panels as well in this space.
All right, so something else to look forward to next time.
Yeah, and hopefully next time you guys are here, we'll be continuing our work on the prep for these learning stair benches. So behind you here gets large wood benches as part of our finished carpentry scope. So they're just doing some of the prep work now, the blocking and any of the vapor barrier between the concrete and that finished wood. So we'll be progressing with that work in the next couple months here.
So Lawrence Public Schools has a superintendent, but we found the project superintendent here. We have Mr. Geary.
Hi, how are you? Dan, nice to meet you.
Nice to see you here. I was thinking we were going to get lunch, but probably not yet.
Not quite. We're still a few weeks away from putting everything through its paces, but since the last time you were here, all the serving lines have been installed outside of the main kitchen. So behind the doors there is the actual cooking equipment, but this is where all the students and staff will come, feed through the cashier's lines and grab everything for lunch and breakfast as well.
Yeah, no, it's amazing how just the difference from that 1 month to this was just empty, and now we see all sorts of things that are coming together.
Yeah, it's really nice to see everything's going along pretty smoothly here, and one step closer, a couple weeks away from dropping in all the ceiling tiles, cleaning this place out, and starting to practice cooking. So get everything ready for turnover.
All right, let us know when to come when the food is ready.
We'll let you know. You'll be the first to know.
Now it's time for our fun fact of the month. How many individual ceiling tiles are there in the new Oliver School? The answer? There are a total of 31,851 individual ceiling tiles in the building, made up of 3 different types and sizes. We're behind the cafeteria at this point, and there's a pretty cool new feature that's been installed.
Yep, so we have right here the elevator. It's the only one in the building, still in progress, but a lot of changes since the last time we saw this. So as you can see behind us here, we have the whole elevator front, they call it in here. So it's kind of the frame and the door for the elevator shaft. So inside there, we also have the cab ongoing, which is going to be wrapping up hopefully this week. So we have all the finished panels on the walls, and the flooring is going in as well. So that'll be a finished product. And then as you can see outside here, outside the elevator, we have all the drywall and framing in place. We got all the cutouts for all the different buttons and signals that are going to be going in as well. So hopefully by the next time you guys are here, we'll have a fully functioning elevator.
Sounds good. That's good. So right now, I'm not going to get very far if I try to call for the elevator.
But
But
it's not going to work too well at the moment.
All right. Well, thank you, and to Heather and Dan as well for an interesting tour. We've gotten it's looking so nice. It's looking beautiful with all the finished work coming in. So we appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. We're happy to show it off. Thanks for coming out.
See you next time.